If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life's sleep.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a real-life medium? Then this is the podcast for you. In this show, you'll learn how to open your heart to spirit, hear adventures I've experienced as an award-winning psychic medium and teacher. Plus, I'm going to give you some psychic information and insight into what the future holds for our increasingly crazy world. Tune in every Friday and get ready to connect to the other side. I'm Jen, and I'll be your guide starting right now. Hey there, how's it going? Hi, Marcia, how are you?
Good, Jen. How are you doing?
Good. Nice to see you. Is this super weird being on a Saturday seeing your face?
I know. I was in the right place at the right time.
You sure were. And I just for like people listening, I never go on Facebook on the weekend. Like I delete everything. Everything's deleted. I don't touch my phone. I'll go on there. And I was cleaning and I was like, oh, I should do like a radio talk show and like have people call into the Zoom and like do a reading for them. So that's what we're doing right now on a Saturday. So I'm sure you're okay with that. But you want to tell everybody where you're from?
I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So what's your question for spirit? So we're going to do a little thing. You can ask a question of spirit. You can ask, to connect with someone in spirit. You can ask a question about yourself. Just keep it to one if you can, and then we'll see what happens.
So I have most areas of my life sort of mastered or where I want to be in those areas. The one area that I'm now focused on is financial and financial abundance moving forward. So that's my question.
What's the question? There's no question in there.
Okay.
And the way that I work, just so you know, the way that I work is a specific question. So if you ask a general question of a psychic, you'll get like a general answer.
Okay.
So if you want to narrow it down a little bit without giving me too much information, then I can tap into that for sure.
Okay. So for the next 12 months, what will my life look like in the financial area?
Okay.
Specifically around being an entrepreneur.
Okay, around a business?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so the first thing I do pick up is there going to be some more changes in the business. Like sort of like a path divided, like a fork in the road. So the one path feels very familiar to me where you've been doing things for a long time and that's what you've been doing and that's where you're comfortable. And it feels very comfortable, the path you've been on. And then I'm seeing one of those memes on Facebook from like, there's the fork in the road and there's a fancy quote on the top and you're like, okay, go this way, go this way. And like, feel like someone's calling you to go the other way kind of thing. It doesn't feel like it would be too straight from what you're doing, but a little bit different. Like I keep getting the energy of the new moon and the new beginnings that are coming in. We just had a new moon in Virgo, I believe. So that feeling of changes and you can completely change everything up. That's what it feels like.
Okay.
And the path that you're on now, even with it feels comfortable, also the comfort zone. There's always a comfort zone that we like, right? And then there's what I call the discomfort zone. So people like the comfort zone because it's safe and familiar and it feeds your ego. And that along with the energy of the money with that path feels very linear. It feels very flat, very the same all the time. There's no up. It's just always constant. And then this other path that I'm seeing, which I could tap into exactly maybe what that is, it's discomfort and being uncomfortable with maybe things that you do differently with money as well. So is there any investment that you have?
Yes.
Okay. I'm picking up something about an investment that you have and it has to go in the discomfort zone. So when you're on the comfort zone, it's harder to utilize that investment energy. And if you go in the discomfort zone, that investment sort of pays off or comes in. Like I hear dividends. I don't know anything about this kind of world, but like I hear dividends. So like things about investments and things like that. And that feels more profitable to me than the other one that you're currently on. Interestingly enough, there's something about a new book. Would you be working on another book?
Yes.
Okay. So that discomfort zone has to do with a new book that you're writing.
Okay.
Okay. But I keep hearing status quo. So you just keep doing status quo things. You've got to completely do something completely that is not the character of Marsha. What would the person playing Marsha, the character, not do?
You want me to answer that?
No, well, you can. Yeah, sure. Go about like, you have to ask yourself, like, what, I'm just a character playing Marsha. And Marsha does this same thing all the time. And what would another version of Marsha do?
Well, she would possibly hire somebody to create a funnel for her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Funnels are good ideas because it's like free things. Come on in and do my little thing for free. And then you get clients that way, that kind of thing. Yes. But it just feels like, so there's a visual now in my mind's eye of like your health, and like you talk about health, yes, and you share things about health, and there's a visual of like there's a line almost like on the stock market kind of thing, but all these plants are growing through it. They're growing, and then one of them has an arrow going up. So something about health, your health knowledge, your health. Would this also be what the book is you're writing about, the book?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's profits coming out of the health industry for you, but something different. Almost like I feel like you work out and have a private coach.
Right.
There's something in the energy of that.
Okay.
So being like, look at this badass woman. How old are you? You're 70,
71.
71. Yes, same age as my mom. Like using that. Look at me. I'm 71 and look what I'm doing, you lazy you know what, who are sitting on the couch eating your chips. If I can do this, like I see you actually speaking as well too. This involves public speaking, being on the stage and not being afraid to speak about your story. I mean, I was like, look at this tiny little woman. She's an inspiration to us all. Like this kind of thing is what I feel. And this other discomfort path also involves travel.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I see you on an airplane, and you know, even like an alternate reality that you could quantumly reach into, that where you're like jet setting on a private jet. Really? I'm not joking. I can't make anything up. No. You have this almost like you set the bar too low.
Yeah.
Your bar's too low.
Yeah.
It needs to be up here, right?
Yeah.
It's easy to attain a goal you have here. And so it's like comfort zone again, right? So if you go up here, it's like a little bit more comfortable. You have to do things that you thought you would never, not that sounds like you're doing shady, right? But things that the character playing Marsha wouldn't normally do, that would be out of character.
Yeah.
But this, you have an alternate life reality thing on your timeline where you are on a private jet and you are wearing white pantsuit.
Oh, that's interesting, because today, I'm glad you reminded me, because today I'm going to a celebration of life out of town and they want us to wear all white. I'm glad you reminded me, because I was planning to wear a navy blue suit. So I'm glad you brought that up. Oh my gosh. But I do like being in all white.
Yes. So it's like spiritual embodiment when you wear white. That's what it feels like. Like think of like Kundalini yoga teachers. I think they have to wear white or something like this, right? So something like this.
Yeah.
So yoga, I don't know if you do yoga, but yoga's coming through this discomfort zone. Trainings maybe in yoga or some kind of health regimen that's different with a spiritual twist to it. That's your path.
Yeah.
And this is how you get the abundance and prosperity. Also, Raymond Aaron is coming to mind, and postulate. The word postulate is coming in. You need to postulate, make exact, detailed, very finite list of things that you want, and it will come true.
So just make a list and then just put it on the shelf?
Yes.
Sort of thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Same as like a manifesting board when you take the pictures and you've dragged over, but this is more the postulate. I'm hearing that word specifically because it sounds fancier than manifest.
Right.
And you need to start using words that are fancier than normal words.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to embody that person who already has the things, is basically what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Is that helpful?
Very helpful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for being on the podcast, this really cool radio show, Colin. And I'm celebrating my 7-year anniversary, so that I hope you will celebrate with me in the next month or so.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Jen.
Okay. Thanks, Marsha. Hey, right now we have Katie here in the Zoom room. Hi, Katie. How are you?
Hi, Jen. I'm good. How are you?
Nice to see you. Okay. Where are you calling from besides your minivan, maybe?
Mitchell, Ontario.
No way.
Yeah.
I drive through Mitchell, Ontario to get to my parents' house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's freaky. That's I'm like, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Mitchell before, but there you are.
Yes, here I
Mitchell.
am.
That is so cool. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks for being on the show, this special episode of the Singing Media podcast, where I want to do a radio call-in show. I was telling the first guest that I'm in the bathroom just cleaning, and this massive idea came to me. Is like, you need to do like a radio call-in show for the I'm like, that is genius idea. We're gonna
Yeah,
people
that's
call
so
in.
cool.
I think that was really cool. So yeah. So what is your question from Spirit? You can ask me one question.
For spirit, it's a loaded one.
Okay.
How do I know that what I'm feeling is from the spirit I'm thinking about? Does that make sense? That's loaded.
Not really. Like, do you mean like someone that you know?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you know if you're getting messages from them?
Mm-hmm.
As rather over what? Like rather than the demons? What? Like what?
Just rather than me just making it up in my head.
Okay, that's fair. That's way better
Yes.
than the demons thing I said. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, as you know, spirit is love. Okay.
Mhm.
Spirit can't lie, can't make things up. And sometimes we get confused, whether you're a student or just a regular person who doesn't study any of this, is that, oh, would this person have dementia, by the way?
No, but was very much lost at the end of their
Whoa.
life. Yes.
Whoa. So I just, my
Yes.
whole mind just went completely blank. Like either I was on some medication or I had something going on in my brain.
Yeah.
I was, whoa. So, I mean, I don't want to prove to you that they're with you, but there's your confirmation pretty much. There's this mind thing. So you would act a little bit, you could act a little bit differently. It's very subtle when spirit is around. So the simplest way to know is if you think of them and you see them in your head. So a thought of them pops in your head. That's
Yeah.
one sign that it's them. The second one is you might be feeling a little bit different than you normally do. So you might be feeling a little bit nervous or jittery, or feel like there's energy around you, or you might have pins and needles on your arms. You might, start thinking about them a lot. When you think of your loved ones in spirit a lot and they're on your mind a lot, and you feel it in your heart. So the difference is you're thinking about something really hard and you're trying to figure something out. I wonder if that's him. Go down here. Okay, go down here, because spirit comes through the heart center.
Okay.
But like there's a bunch of different signs. You'll get signs too. You'll get like things outside too. So like a feather or a dime, but the number one way to tell is if you have a thought about them, they pop in your head, or you see their head, their face in your mind's eye. You might dream about them, might hear them talking to you, a voice in your head that's different, a little bit different than yours.
Right.
The biggest thing here is trusting, right? You got to trust. You so much trust. I have to trust that I'm not making this up. This is not my imagination. I'm not crazy, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I think I'm crazy. I can't tell my husband that I'm thinking these things because he's going to think I'm crazy, right? This whole story that we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes. But this would be a male that you're worried about?
Yes.
Yes. So the male with the head energy, something going on in their mind is okay. And confirming that, yes, they are around you, and to look inside your heart.
Okay. Sorry.
No, don't apologize.
For context for everyone, I've studied with Jen, and it's a lot easier when it's not someone you know. He just passed on Thursday, so yeah.
Yeah, that's very fresh. Yes, he is 100% okay. So my rule is, if they're not okay, they can't talk to me.
Right. Well, I haven't gotten any dreams or anything, so
It's too soon. It's too soon.
yeah.
What's that? 2 days? Not even 48 hours.
Yes.
So as you know, there's a process. When someone passes, there's a process they must go through. They're just literally coming from their spirit, their human container suit, and they've left, and they're greeted by loved ones at the door and the light, and they go to the light and all these things. But there's a think about, I keep on talking about a butterfly. Think about a caterpillar, the process from a caterpillar to a butterfly.
Right.
Right? The caterpillar is us. We're like jammed inside this body sleeping for 50 years, more than 80 years, whatever. And then all of a sudden we're like, okay, we're going to come out of the cocoon. It's a little bit scary because I don't know what's on it's gooey and messy and my wings are all wet. And then you have to pass through this cocoon and then you get your wings, but the wings take time to dry. So this is the same kind of process that happens when spirit transition. So because it is literally so fresh.
Right.
Question, I'm not sure if it's the same person, but there's also someone around you that would wear a plaid jacket. Plaid cottage coat. Like, I'm in my closet. Does someone here wear one of these?
Yes.
Okay. I'm being
Yeah.
referred to the person who's here who wears a plaid shirt like this or a plaid jacket.
Okay.
But yes, he's 100% okay. And then
Okay.
he mentioned something about preparations.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right
He's
now.
like, there's a lot of preparations happening right now.
3 separate days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a big ordeal.
Yeah, I was like, maybe there's cake, he says. Like, he's super excited about cake. And I'm saying, like, do you get cake when you pass away? Like, I don't like, is that what they do? I don't think so. But just so you know, I feel like there's going to be 2 significant things he wants me to tell you is that there's a butterfly going to follow you around and like be on your ass.
So that's interesting because there has been, even just the day before he passed, I knew he was going to pass soon. I just had a feeling. And there's been monarch butterflies everywhere.
Yeah, he says,
So
I'm going to be on your ass.
good.
Question. And there's going to be cake as well. So will you take a picture of the slab cake? There's going to be a slab cake from like Costco or like a baptism looking cake, but not a baptism. He says, I'm going to be on your ass. And he feels like he called you something different rather than Katie.
Yes, he did.
He says, tell her that's not her name. Tell her I'm trying to call her a different name. It's not Katie to me. I call her something else.
Yes.
Yes.
He called me Katie Coo.
Aha, there you go.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't Katie. He's like, her name's not Katie, Jen. I said, okay. What's her name? He's like, well, it's different. I'm like, so sometimes they'll give me the exact name and sometimes they just give me this massive feeling there's a nickname. Like nickname, It's a nickname, and just like push him so hard. And sometimes it doesn't come through the filter, but just know that he is calling you by your true name, he says.
It's what I've been hearing in my head all the time. And
Okay.
I'm like, that's me. That's not him. That's me. It's too early. So
Nope.
thank
Nope.
you.
You're welcome. So he's doing okay because he's communicating with me telepathically, clairaudiently, and he's saying that he is 100% okay. He's like, don't you worry about me. He says, you got kids to worry about and you go be your mama.
No.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So there's your confirmation. The butterflies are going to chafe your ass. They're going to follow you down. Okay.
Good.
And when you hear the nickname in your head, that is 100% him. And he says, don't you forget it. And then he's singing that song from, what's that 80s movie with the guy like at the end like this, Breakfast Club? And he's like,
Yeah.
don't you forget about me. So I would not be surprised if you hear that song. So that's probably a song that you're going to be hearing on the radio or maybe at one of the 3 celebrations of life.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
He's
you
got a lot of people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Katie. All right. Talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.